It's not exactly a chasm between us and them.
There is on the pitch.
But what?
We'll see, won't we, on the weekend?
Your performances don't always translate into results.
No.
Right.
And your performances don't always translate into trophies.
That's going in the trailer. It's going in the trailer. It's why they pay him the sunbox. Hello and welcome back to the 11 with SPORTbible. Today we have got Chelsea fan Rory, obviously, and Chelsea. They're going up against Arsenal today and Theo Baker. We've got to decide the 11 based on the current squads. So you can pick anyone from those squads. And if you two can't agree, I get to decide. Let's get down to it. This is where we're going to start. Right wing.
Starting at right wing?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's my decision.
I see why.
Current. So have you been briefed on this?
Yeah.
No, I know, but I just want to make sure. We have this argument all the time. Current.
Yeah, he's italicising the word current
Right.
because somebody might be injured. But he's trying to be clever because current means current squad.
Yeah, so whether they're injured or not is irrelevant. You just have to own the player. The contract has to be, which means obviously plays to Rory's
You're better than this.
strengths. They're going to be there for 10 years, most of those players. So who are you going to go for?
It's obviously Saka.
It is,
I think you can admit that it is definitely Saka.
Could you admit that?
Come on, Rory.
What I can do, I can acknowledge that Bukayo Saka is brilliant. I can acknowledge that he's a world-class player. I can acknowledge that he is Arsenal's most valuable. I can have a conversation for a long time about the brilliance of Bukayo Saka, but there is one problem here. What we can't do when we create this team is have a world where Cole Palmer is not in it.
You can't play Cole Palmer right wing.
You have to play
Who's
Cole
the better
Palmer.
right winger, Palmer or Saka? Why you even question?
The problem that we have.
Why are you even
The problem that we have.
Rory.
Cole Palmer's positioning is nominal, isn't it? He's nominally a right winger. He can drift. He can interchange. He can float.
Palmer will fit in this team.
Okay, that's just what I wanted to check.
Palmer's going to fit in this team. Don't you worry about that.
You don't have much confidence in him then?
I'm a realist. I'm a realist.
Okay.
And being real is Saka is the first name on the team sheet at right wing.
Right. Are you?
I think I can
He's world
momentarily
class.
at least.
He's world class.
No doubt. But does he have the special qualities that Cole Palmer has?
Yes.
Think about every single moment that Cole Palmer has delivered. Every single time Cole Palmer's ever played at the top level. Seriously, think about it.
And Saka.
England get to a final of the Euros. Cole Palmer has a big part to play in that entire competition.
100%.
What does Cole Palmer do? He feeds Ollie Watkins in the semi-final to get England to a final. What does he do in the final? He scores for England against Spain in Berlin.
From what position?
You better start making a good argument because this blue counter's floating right here, mate.
He was in.
The problem is Cole Palmer doesn't have. He isn't a system footballer. He is a maverick. Closer.
He's not a right winger.
He's
not a right winger.
He's closer. The way that he plays the game, he's closer to a 1970s maverick than he is.
I love
That's good, and I like how he always reaches back into history.
Yeah. But Palmer's getting in the team.
Okay.
He's not going right wing.
In that case, Bukayo Saka can be in the team.
Agreed.
I like this.
Theo,
Thank you very
that's your
much.
first counter. Take
Thank
it
you.
away, mate. You can replace that. Give me the little
1-0
grey
to the
one,
Arsenal.
Give me that.
Oh, sorry.
Give me that. Yeah. Thanks.
Palmer's not getting in the team.
That was brilliant.
I would rate that. I would rate that really highly. Yeah.
That could still be the case.
No, I would rate that.
But the next debate, maybe you two think is simple, is striker, right?
Yeah,
Striker.
I do think it's simple. I think it's Joao Pedro. We agree?
I do agree. It depends what you want from your forward.
Hold on.
If you want shots on target, you'd go Gyokeres, okay? Because obviously Joao Pedro just struggled to do that.
I'm shocked at your choice.
No, I am. I'm a big fan.
No, you are.
I'm shocked at myself, but I'm a big fan of Joao Pedro. Always have been.
You've got a guy sitting on you. He's in your squad that you could make a good argument.
Well, Havertz.
for.
Havertz.
If you think about the two, Gyokeres is brilliant for Arsenal in one particular aspect.
Yeah.
What Arsenal don't have enough, they don't have enough of the ugly.
You notice against Sunderland, Gyokeres was missing, which is, I think, actually a real bonus for us this season, but I still personally would take Joao Pedro. I think he's technically just brilliant. He needs to be a bit more, give himself a bit more confidence, I guess. Like, just shoot, mate. Just shoot.
He was great in the Club World Cup, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's a very good player, Joao Pedro. I think
Yeah.
he's going to get better. He's exactly what we need. And I just don't think that there is a debate that he is better than Gyokeres. Gyokeres can do things like, scoring those ugly goals, being a battering ram. Arsenal need that because they're too pretty. They need somebody.
We haven't had it for years as well.
Yeah, you haven't had that kind of striker. But in terms of who's a better player, I mean, there's barely a comparison.
JP.
So it is Joao Pedro,
JP.
which means that JP goes in the team. Rory, let's go left wing just to complete the front line.
Probably the hardest position on the pitch.
I agree. I think Rory should go first on this one.
The problem is, it's very difficult for me to even make a case.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like I'm in the minority, and it'd be interesting to hear what Theo thinks. But I rate Leandro Trossard so highly.
Yeah.
I think he's a beautiful footballer. Those quick feet,
Yeah.
beautiful feet.
It's a tough one because, especially of recency as well, he's been brilliant, scoring really important goals for us. But for some reason, I always go to Martinelli to be the starter and Trossard to come on.
Yeah.
But is Trossard more than an impact sub? At the moment, you'd say yes.
I think Trossard's a class act. And if I'm totally honest with you, I don't like Alejandro Garnacho. I don't like him. I just can't like him. I find him one of the most dislikable footballers I can think of.
That's probably true.
Is he?
He is good.
How good is he?
I actually think he's very good.
I don't know whether you're right and he could potentially become a starter for Real Madrid. He runs a touchline at the Bernabeu. Or if he's going to be a 28-year-old winger at Iber. And I don't know what, like, is he playing for Cadiz or Barcelona? I really don't know.
Can I just ask, who are you guys actually putting at left wing here? Because all you're doing is just talking about different
It's either, I think it's Martinelli or Trossard.
That is, in my opinion, that's Leandro Trossard.
But then you saw what Martinelli can do against Real Madrid. These teams,
Trossard's a better player. Trossard's a better player.
Either way,
it's tighter than you think, but I'll go either Trossard or Martinelli.
Well, you've got to choose one.
I'll be the decider then.
Yeah.
It's Trossard.
It is Trossard. I'm putting Trossard out there. Theo,
I'm happy with
Trossard
that.
is yours. Guys, that's pretty civil so far for the front three. You two pretty much agreed on everything.
Yep.
You, in fact, conceded that position. You conceded that position. Are you willing to concede on the 10 as we go into the midfield where there's a 10 there and then there's two sitting?
There's 3 players for this 10 spot, I think.
Yeah.
You've got Eze, Odegaard, and you've got Palmer.
Bearing in mind, Odegaard is the captain,
Yep.
and Eberechi Eze was one of my favourite players in the league last year.
Oh, it's so tough. Because Odegaard on his day can be one of the best players in the world.
Agreed.
Eze on his day, you could say the same.
Agreed.
Palmer is...
Magic.
He is.
Magic.
He is.
Can we just talk about Eze for a minute, right? Last year, I thought Eberechi Eze was
of the best
just
players in the
masterful.
league.
You know when he glides, you know him running with the ball, it's one of my favourite visions in football when he was doing it in a Palace shirt. What he did in that FA Cup final, truly historic.
I just think if you're taking... Who you're taking fully fit, you're taking Cole Palmer.
Like, Cole Palmer is a world-class, magical superstar. Just think, can we just take a moment to think about the true brilliance of Cole Palmer?
I agree.
He also agrees because there is no way of going against that.
Yeah.
All right?
But the
Eberechi
answer is
Eze.
Cole Palmer. And that's not taking away how good Odegaard and Eze are.
You're getting that counter.
I've been pretty nice to Cole Palmer. I think he's a brilliant footballer. But this season, prior to getting injured, he was a bit on the downward spiral. Like, come on. You don't think Declan Rice and Zubimendi can't keep Cole Palmer quiet? You don't think Saliba and Gabriel can't keep Cole Palmer quiet?
No.
Best defence in the league?
No.
Best defence in the world?
Didn't Zubimendi try and keep him
Slow your
quiet
roll.
for Spain in Berlin? How did that go?
Different team, mate.
But in Berlin as well, this is London.
This is London.
Two different places.
London is my city.
Exactly.
It's like
different time zones.
independent traders.
It's obvious.
This is obvious.
Guys,
It's obvious.
is it?
It's obvious.
Well, is it just...
Two best midfielders in
We'll
the
all say
league.
it's obvious. Do you want to say what you think is obvious?
Caicedo takes up one of these spots.
And Declan Rice takes the other spot. It's Caicedo in the 6, Rice in the 8. There's no two best midfielders in the league, both of them clear of anyone else. Declan Rice and Caicedo are levels above everyone else.
Right.
And I actually think Rice is the better because, that's not taking away Caicedo, but I think Rice has more to his game. And he's starting to get goal contributions as well, which is important. Everyone moans about Arsenal's set piece,
Sure.
but they're not good at them without Rice.
So Rice is the deliverer for that, is what you're saying?
He is world class at taking set pieces. No one touches him. But I think Rice is the best midfielder in the league, and Caicedo is.
I think it's quite explicit. Declan Rice is the best 8. Moises Caicedo is the best 6.
You talk about both these guys went for 100 million.
Yeah.
And they're both now delivering. You know, there's a lot of players who have gone for similar prices who aren't delivering.
Yeah.
Well, you love naming names.
Florian Wirtz.
Okay, you don't need cough on YouTube. Yeah, so very clear.
Yeah, he didn't mask it.
Yeah.
We knew exactly.
Yeah. All right, you both get a counter.
Yeah.
Again, I'm a little bit disappointed that you haven't been a bit nasty
No,
to each
because
other.
I don't think there is. This is like This is the most explicit, obviously correct answer.
Okay.
Like I think that if you think about the way that Caicedo has like taken hold of the Premier League, taken hold of Chelsea, it's unbelievable. And Declan Rice's contribution to Arsenal is the reason that they will probably
It's
win
been
the
a joy
league.
to watch his growth as well.
Declan Rice, a geezer, he's such a good geezer. Like, I don't want Arsenal to win the league. I don't like Arsenal. And even I find myself warming to Declan Rice.
Yeah, he's a
and you
great
know all
lad.
that? You know all that set piece chat, set piece FC, and people say it in a snide way.
Good chat.
It's an amazing thing to be.
It is.
It's not an insult. It's a great thing to be. Set piece FC. Yeah, mate, I think Declan Rice is a king. And if England are to have any luck in the World Cup as well, it will come down to Declan Rice. Yeah.
Question.
Go on.
Is that the best midfield in the Premier League?
Yeah. Those two midfielders, nobody comes close to them. I think they are leaps and bounds above everyone.
Yeah.
And both these guys, there was a question for a little while, and I thought he was, as to whether Declan Rice was world class.
He is
Are either
world
of these guys world class?
They're
of them
both
are
world class.
Both world class.
So far,
Yeah.
3 and 3.
Right.
A little bit of a surprise for you, really, isn't it? Because you didn't think. I think a lot of people would have thought, I'm not going to get him many places.
Arsenal are a better team. Arsenal are a better team, they've got a better manager, but they don't necessarily have an abundance of better players.
Sure.
Well, when it comes to the defence, potentially.
Yeah. But not an abundance. Also, if you think about where the two sides are in the league, it's not exactly a chasm between us and them.
There is on the pitch.
But what?
We'll see, won't we, on the weekend?
Your performances don't always translate into results.
No.
Right.
And your performances don't always translate into trophies.
That's going in the trailer. It's going in the trailer. It's why they pay him the $7. Right. Left back.
Yeah.
This is tricky.
I think this season,
Yeah.
there's a clear choice. But if we looked at last season, there is also another clear choice.
There's the same clear choice for both seasons.
I think you have to look at Calafiori. He's a centre half, remember, doing a better job at left back than anyone in the league.
We can look at him, we can appreciate him, we can discuss how good he
Keeping
is.
Lewis Skelly out of the team.
Very
As long as we then
Very.
conclude that Marc Cucurella is this team's left back, I think we can
Has he been?
all sleep easy at night.
Been the same standard as last year this season?
Cucurella is one of Chelsea's most important
No,
players.
I agree.
is true.
I agree.
He's a better overall player than.
Currently, this season, who has been better?
If Mikel Arteta had access to Marc Cucurella, Calafiori would be sitting on the bench.
Wow. I don't think that's an unreasonable thing to say.
No, I don't. But does he drink Estrella?
He does drink Estrella.
Yeah, there you go.
And he eats paella.
Your argument would be Cucurella would be more of a starter for other Premier League teams than Calafiori would.
Pep
He'd start for Liverpool, he'd start for
Pep Guardiola would pick Marc
You'd
Cucurella.
take Calafiori.
Pep Guardiola would start, if he had the access to both, he would start
You'd
Marc
take Calafiori, I think.
Nobody
You
in
look
the
at what he
league.
did with Gavardia, it's almost a carbon copy.
Cucurella is the one of, if not the best left back in the league.
It's hard to argue against him so
Yeah.
far.
People don't like Cucurella.
Because I do agree Cucurella is the best left back in the league. But if you look at this season, Calafiori's been nothing short of sensational.
I agree with that, but I do think you've turned up with a bit of Arsenal arrogance, and Arsenal arrogance is he's just been really good, and therefore you should do it. And Rory sort of made a good
But I think
argument.
Cucurella has he has the credentials for the last 3-4 years.
Right, this has all been...
And in the Euros, how good was he?
Arsenal have done very well. You're sitting at the top of the league. But you know when we're going, Calafiori's been part of this amazing defence, and this defence is almost impenetrable. And like, Brian Broby disagrees with you. Do you know that scene in Jurassic Park where the water's shaking and the kids are... That's you with Man City stomping behind you. That's
Do you know
It's-
what the difference is this year? Is that
You're looking in your rearview mirror and Guardiola's there and you're now
when
starting to get
City-
terrified.
a few
Yeah,
weeks-
fast
when
car.
City dropped points, when Liverpool dropped points, Arsenal didn't. That is the difference this year. Do you know what? I'll give you Cucurella if you can be completely fair about the right back spot.
I will be being completely fair about the right back spot.
Oh, but do you think he would be honest about the right back spot,
No,
though?
I will be completely honest. And again, there is a non-negotiable here.
The
I
fact
think,
that you've been willing to negotiate...
I think you need to
So this
think
is...
long and hard about this, because I'll come to it in a sec.
So this is Cucurella.
Rory, you have... That there was amazing, what you
I
just
rate
did.
Cucurella really highly.
Good
Yeah,
player.
but-
Yeah,
Good player.
it is.
Good player. And now, I mean, look, at some point, I kind of concede.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Sleeve and Gabriel.
Sorry,
Yeah.
just before we get into Saliba and Gabriel, who would you have put forward as the strongest two to go up against them? John Terry and...
Yeah,
No,
Ricardo
it'd be-
Carvalho.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
even
brilliant.
joking. The third choice would be Mascara.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not even wrong. And the fourth
And the
choice
fourth
would
choice would
probably
be
be
Ben White.
Timber,
Ben White playing that position,
Can I
yeah.
ask you a question?
Yeah.
Who's the best centre half in the league currently, right now?
I would have said, I think it's been Gabriel. I was slightly disappointed with Gabriel at Sunderland. I think he got slightly out-muscled, slightly out-fought. But up until that
You're
point...
not going to have 100%.
No, you're not.
perfect
You're not.
season,
You're
right?
absolutely right. And Gabriel, in both boxes,
Yeah.
is an elite level centre half.
Yeah.
I would probably say Gabriel.
But everyone always used to think Saliba was clear.
No.
Not anymore.
No. Gabriel is... He's also got that horrible quality. And when I say the word horrible, it has negative connotations, doesn't it? But I mean it in the
Yeah,
positive
I
sense.
agree.
He's a horror.
He's a
He's a brute.
Especially in his attacking threat from set pieces that you can't defend against.
Yeah, he's a winner. He is like, you know the way that Sergio Ramos was a winner. Do anything to win.
Very
He's
Ramos,
got that.
But them together, are they the best partnership in the world?
Right. Right back.
Okay.
Wow.
Do the right thing, Theo Baker.
Yes, Theo Baker.
This season.
Which is...
Can I ask you a question? Lauren?
Absolutely.
I like it.
I love this. This is
He's gonna answer a question with a question.
What is the? I need to make sure I get this right because I always get this wrong.
Yeah.
What is the best ability.
Availability.
Theo Baker.
We love it. That's brilliant.
There it
He
is.
loves that phrase as well. So this is, you've really played to the
And
choir there.
unfortunately for Reece James, he's starting to get a run of form and he's dropped for Gusto.
Was he dropped?
No,
Rested?
the two can often play in the same side as well, which I don't particularly like, but that's because of Reece James' brilliance at becoming
I think
an
Reece
inverted fullback.
James is the best right back in the world.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay?
I'll get the blue counter.
But
Oh.
this season, you cannot argue Julian Timber's been the best right back in the league. I think that's completely fair to say.
So we can't argue against it?
No, you're not allowed. You can see what I'm saying here, though. Timber has been unplayable.
Timber has been unplayable,
And he's
but
part of the best defence.
Timber on form versus Reece James on form, there's only one winner.
Timber hasn't been off form, he's been injured.
But when Timber is at his best,
He missed a season.
compare Timber at his best with Reece James at his best, and if they played for the same team, Timber's on the bench.
But has Reece James been at his best this year?
Played very well.
He's played very well, but I think this year Timber has been
I do
better.
agree with you about it. It's a difficult one for me, this, because Reece James is a better player. But I do agree that Timber has been brilliant, and it feels weird to build a team and not have Julian Timber in it. It's weird because I kind of agree that building a sensible team, it needs to be starkly majority Arsenal.
Yeah.
And their defence is why they are top of the league, and their defence can't be 50-50 with Chelsea's defence, which
can't be.
everybody's breaking through. So it has to be.
Well done.
Tell you what, the football purist is gonna hate that.
Timber's one of my favourite players in the league. I think he's
player.
absolutely fantastic.
He's brilliant. Thanks, mate.
Speaking of someone else who I think is absolute class and is probably one of the best goalkeepers in the league,
Second best, I think.
second best.
Yeah.
Robert Sanchez.
I think Robert Sanchez has been fantastic this year, guys.
I mean, Robert-
Raya has been fantastic. hasn't he?
He's second best, I think. Now
To who?
Two?
to Donnarumma.
Oh my goodness. Are you serious?
Alisson's injured, mate. I think Raya he's actually underrated as a goalkeeper because of the defence.
It's another masterstroke from Arteta, wasn't it?
He can throw a ball half length of the pitch. He's an incredible shot stopper. He commands the box.
Yeah.
You know, you talk about Saliba and Gabriel, but the guy commanding them is David Raya.
Do you think that Donnarumma has had a better season overall than Ryan?
I think he's the City's second best player, and I think
Yeah.
he's one of the reasons they're actually in the
Yeah,
spot.
but basically it's not Robert Sanchez.
Yeah.
Arsenal's defence is just so obviously better,
Yeah.
and that's a unit, isn't it? It's about right, isn't it? 4 Chelsea players, about.
I'd say
About
that.
right.
I would almost say that's generous a little bit to Chelsea. All right, guys, pizza's arrived. Sides for both of you, yeah?
you.
But then this is the pizza.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
that looks
Indeed.
really good.
Oh.
Chicken.
It was like a little
Yes,
garlicky bread
please.
thing, a little bit of chicken. I know you like that.
Mate, can I have the garlic bread, please?
Yeah, there
You
you
certainly can.
It's actually my favourite thing.
Hang on, let me take one. You can have the box.
Just some chicken.
Yeah, swap over. Get yourself a
So,
bit.
tell me, what's the score going to be this weekend? Predictions?
It's like Stamford Bridge,
You
right?
get beat.
You think we're going to get
You
beat?
get beat.
Really?
I think you do. I think you get beat.
By Chelsea?
Maresca.
Not. I just think that do you think you win the league?
Yes. I actually think we win 1-0 to the Arsenal.